I was watching a Joe Rogan interview with Hugo Martin, the creative director of Doom Eternal, and he said something that straight up shocked me. And look, guys, I don't get shocked easy, okay? I watched the ending of the Titanic, and I, I only cried a little bit. But when Hugo Martin said these words on Joe Rogan's show, the heaviest dingleberry on my taint dropped in absolute shock.
The way you killed them, it's the most violent thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's awesome.
It's so ridiculous. But it's like, it seems like it's okay because it's violence against demons.
Yeah, totally. And
Yeah.
and we work hard on that. Like, there's no cursing. I have 3 kids. There's no cursing, there's no sex. I do want it to be something that my 9-year-old could play.
Don't.
He wants his fucking 9-year-old to play Doom Eternal? Are we looking at the same game here? You can break a dude's arm and stab him in the face with the broken part. I'll admit, I haven't seen a Saturday morning cartoon in a while, but even in the 90s, the Thundercats never took someone's liver out and fed it to them. This game is undeniably, unrelentingly, unapologetically violent. And it is fucking beautiful. The blood splatter, the gibbing, the entire atmosphere of this game was conditioned into making you feel like the Doom Slayer, a mythic being categorized entirely by his capacity to kick ass and never worry about how much bubblegum the demons have. He's a person that, by every rule of physics, shouldn't really be able to function. He runs at 30 miles per hour at all times, he can hold 8 heavy-ass guns at all times, he can double jump, air dash, and check his Instagram account at all times. He's less of a character than a force of nature, really. I mean, the game itself categorizes his fury as inevitable. Like, if things get out of hand between demons, angels, humans, or what have you, Doomslayer just shows up as a kind of elemental reset switch. You know, he's inevitable, like gravity. He'll get rid of your demon problem, sure, but he can't stop doing it at full throttle because the momentum keeps him going. The game itself is designed around this, in case you didn't realize. You're encouraged to always keep moving and pushing forward, if for nothing else than to replenish resources. Hell, Doomguy even has a magic chainsaw that turns demons into ammo fountains. If Doomguy cuts open a regular soldier, would that dude also explode into ammo? What I'm getting at is that Doom Eternal really is, well, video game as fuck. Way back in the day, I grew up playing classic Doom in hushed whispers and dark rooms. I was a kid, I wasn't supposed to be playing that shit. And back in my youth, games had a certain feel to them. They weren't anywhere as good looking as we have games looking now, so they had to work with their available graphical fidelity and the player's imagination to convey the game's vision through input.
Input. More input.
Think about it like this. Snake went into Shadow Moses in a blizzard. As a player, you deal with a fixed perspective that makes it hard to see freely. He was taken out of retirement, and now he's rusty. The game itself has wonky controls and generous auto-aim to show his experience. But he's still a sneaky badass, so he's gotta be sneaky. As a player, you get access to the Soliton radar that lets you cheese the guard's view and feel like the sneakiest sneaker that ever sneaked. Games didn't really have universal control schemes like they do nowadays, so each game kind of experimented with ways to connect the player to the character through the input. Since the 90s had the rise of 3D platformers too, a lot of those included double jumps to make it easier to gauge your leaps with the increased margin for error. A lot of different video games included double jumps, and Through public zeitgeist, double jumps just kind of inherently became a video game thing. Basically, I say double jump, you say video game. That shit doesn't just occur in nature, you get me? You'll never see a fucking raccoon double jump outside of Sly Cooper, and if you do, Kevin, please, take your meds, because we're all worried about you. Actually, in including the double jump in this game, I feel like id was trying to make a statement. That statement being, please, bless our new metal lord, Mick motherfucking Gordon, in titties and beer. Hey everybody, this is a shoddy edit that I threw in last minute because of this whole drama with Mick Gordon. Yo! Bethesda, you done fucked up, bro. You fucked up, Bethesda. You done fucked up. Bethesda. Bethesda. Hey, you done fucked up. You fucked up, Bethesda. You done fucked up. You really fucked up. But really, I think it's more that games that are games still need to exist, and that not every AAA big release needs to look like a new HBO series. The real beauty of Saturday morning cartoons is that, just like in that G.I. Joe episode of Community, nobody really dies, and everything usually goes back to the status quo before the end of the episode. It's junk food entertainment at its finest, and just like the Fast and the Furious franchise, nothing really matters. Sure, you just blew up that one guy, but there's like 40 other guys in the same room that look just like him. There's no real consequence to anything in Doom. Hayden says, oh, you best not go up and blow up Mars, and Doom guy's like, yeah, whatever. The game is built about forward momentum, endless aggression, and justified violence. They're demons. Fuck them, right? I got some badass music playing through the Spotify app in the Doomslayer's helmet, and I just turned that one guy into an ammo pinata through the Power of Dismemberment. What Hugo Martin really meant in that interview with Joe, That's Cool Man, You Ever Tried DMT Rogan, is that he let his kid play Doom Eternal because the violence won't scar you. The game makes it adamantly obvious that you're playing a game. But also because there's no demon titties, you know? Parents still have a problem with demon titties. Hey everybody, hope you liked this week's video. I always have a lot of fun making these, so I hope you had a lot of fun watching it. I do want to make a little editor's note. I did mean to mention that in another interview that Hugo Martin had, he had mentioned something about how Doom is like Saturday morning cartoon violence, where it's not that serious, and that's kind of what inspired me to make this whole video in the first place. But I couldn't find that interview, and by the time I had noticed that I had messed that up, I had already been editing this video, so you know, hopefully that's not a big deal. I wanted to add that in now. Anyway, like always, I come out with a new video every week, so if you enjoyed this one, please consider subscribing maybe if you like my work. But till next time, I will catch you guys then. Have a good one.